Welcome to the short weekend episode. Thank you, Emily Kless at Topps, for sending a box of Gypsy Queen. And I'm going to try to do a slightly different, because I'm audio, I'm not video. So I've got to describe what I opened and then give you some sports card insights that might be related to what I found or what I want to share with you with respect to opening a box and some of the experiences I had over the many years of opening a box, even going back to when I was a kid. Although when I was a kid, it was more opening a pack because I did not have a lot of money. But Topps was the only game in town back in the 50s for the most part. I guess I did I can say I picked up Fleer cards. I can say I picked up Leaf, 60 Leaf. So Topps wasn't the only game in town, but they were the main game in town. So again, thanks Emily, thanks Topps, thanks Upper Deck and Panini, who have also sent stuff occasionally for review and sharing. And I'm enjoying that. It brings me back to my roots, my collecting roots. Also, Heritage Auctions, Huggins and Scott Auctions, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Burbank Sports Cards, ComC.com, and Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication. I don't think I got any Beckett grading or Beckett authenticating cards out of here. The couple of autographs I got, everything was as advertised, and it was pleasing. It's not a bad product. Topps has a bunch of products. Each one of the things that came up in one of our episodes was basically, does Topps want you to say, this is the product to buy? And I say, no, I think Topps has so many different, and all of them have different products. I'm not even sure I'm their primary customer. They've segmented the market. And I'm probably more of a heritage and archives guy because I'm older. But the Gypsy Queen had something for everybody. It did have lots of rookies, a base set that's actually the short set is pretty easy to put together or acquire on eBay or other places. But then there's high numbers, there's plenty of inserts, parallels, as I said, the autographs. It's standard size cards I like, somewhat of an artistic presentation of the base cards, the muted color. I probably like colors that pop a little better, and as I'm quibbling the back, I'm just getting old. It's hard for me to read the numbers on some of the inserts and to see the numbers clearly. And when you've got pastel background on a grayish looking thing, it's hard to read. I'm a fan of bigger numbers so I can sort the cards, which I used to sort in numerical order. The other thing I want to share with you, two things. One is that with the review boxes from back in the day, I could do a whole episode on this, but I'm doing several episodes, and it's called episodes about defunct companies, because there was a very high correlation when we would get review boxes from some of the companies that went out of business. It's amazing how the pulls we got of some of the boxes that they sent to us, which were supposedly random samples. So we were pulling all kinds of great stuff. And again, we would show them in the magazine and be able to let people know what the cards look like and picture them in the stories. But the boxes that we got from a few of those companies that then went out of business were absolutely loaded. So we really couldn't represent that to our readers that this was a representative box, which I suppose they wanted us to say that, but in the box we got, the insert ratios and all those things were greatly in excess. And that was it. Okay, I'm not getting that from Topps. In fact, I got 2 nondescript autographs. They're not playing favorites. Just picked up a box off the line. And again, everything was as advertised. I'm not complaining because the next box could have 2 great autographs. The distinction I want to make, the second thing, besides review boxes being random and proving that here, is that when I look at a box and I can see the literature on it that Ryan Cracknell does a terrific job on, and I know he's probably putting out what the card companies have, but it's put out on a timely basis, very helpful. But I make a big distinction between inserts and parallels, not between inserts, but inserts and parallels. I look at the frequency, and if it's 1 per box, it's generally a pretty good card, and that's whether it's a parallel or an insert. If it's 1 per pack, not so good. On the other hand, if it's a 1 per pack parallel with a large base set, the parallels still always seem to sell pretty well and be attractive because it's hard to get your player in that pair. Inserts, not so much. In fact, inserts, when there are several inserts per box, as there were in the Gypsy Queen set on this Tarot of the Diamond and Fortune Teller. Those are small insert sets. There's several per box. Therefore, they're not going to be that hard to put together the set. And the determining thing is how many boxes would it take to get a complete set of the base cards or get a complete set of some of the easier inserts. So if it's pretty easy to get a set, then you may be able to sell individually some of the absolute better cards, but not necessarily the run-of-the-mill base, more common players. But I just had the one set. I got pretty close to a set. I got a bunch of good rookies. And again, the beauty of the hobby now is that they're actually gradable. If I don't touch them, if I keep them perfect, and generally the quality control was excellent. So enjoyed opening the sets. The inserts were attractive, but they were not tough enough. And actually the parallels were too tough. You get one of each of these different colors, and they're really tough. On the other hand, they're appealing to somebody. And so I'll be able to trade it or sell it or give it away according to what comes up. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Topps, for putting out something for everybody. Gypsy Queen, a set that's has its own identity. I enjoyed it. Thanks, everybody. Be back again on Monday with another episode.